So today I want to talk about user accounts with MySQL. In PHPMyAdmin, if you go to the root level to the server, you'll see there's a tab called user accounts, and inside of here is a list of all the users that are created. These are the names that you can use to log in to MySQL. Now, the reason that we have these accounts is these accounts will determine which databases you have access to and what you are allowed to do on that database. If you're allowed to just do insert, select, update, and delete, or if you're allowed to do things like create procedures, create functions, run the store procedures, or grant privileges to somebody else. So there's a whole range of privileges. When you create these users, they will show up in the MySQL database. So there's actually a table down here. Scroll way down. There it is. User. Inside of user, this is where all the username information gets saved. So in the MySQL database, in the user table, that's where they are. Now, I'm going to create a brand new one here. We've got a database from a previous video called Classic Models, and I want to create a user that is only allowed to access that. So we'll come in here, click on the link for add user account, and username is going to be cars. Now host. Most of the time local works great. Local means that you can log on if you are on the same computer. So if I've got my database and my PHP or my Apache sitting on the same computer, they can talk to each other because they're both on localhost. So that's the one domain that they're allowed to talk to. If you change this, you can use the text field. You can actually put a host name or an IP address inside of there, or you can say any host, and then anybody from anywhere can log into your database as long as they have the correct username and password. So I'm going to just set this to local for now, and then password, well, just that. It's a password. You can enter the password and retype, or you can generate one. So I'm going to type one in. We're going to keep it very, very secure and use password as our password. Never do this. Now, there's a couple of options here. Create database with same name and grant all privileges, or grant all privileges on wildcard name. Basically, that means I'm creating a database, a user called cars. It's asking, do you want to create a database called cars and then give this user permission, this database user permission to do everything with that? Or do you want any database that starts with cars and then an underscore and then anything after that? It'll get privileges on those. So if I've got things that are created that are cars something, we don't want to do either of those. And then global privileges, meaning on any of these tables, or any of these databases rather, we don't want to do that either. I want to limit it to just this one database. So I'm not going to select anything here, but you can see that you could say everything in data, so all these commands are fine, or if you want to allow somebody to change the structure of your database, or administrative rights. So there's 3 different levels of permission, and you can pick and choose. I'm just going to scroll to the bottom and click go. So I've created it, and it's got basic usage rights, so we can log in to MySQL. That's all it's got right now. Now, it's a little deceptive. I find it hard to see sometimes, but right below this message, there are now these links here. And I'm going to go to database. Inside of here is a list of all the possible databases. So I'm going to say that this new user that I created, cars, is going to have permission to access classic models. I'll click go. And now it's saying user account cars at localhost on the database classic models. What permissions? Well, I'm going to give him all the data permissions, all the structure permissions. I'm just going to leave out the grant. I don't want him to be able to grant rights to anybody else, or lock tables, references. We'll leave the administrative stuff out of there. So we'll click go. Done. I have now created a user called cars, and I've given him permission only to work with this one database, classic models. And you can see up here, here's the command, grant, and then it's just a list of all the permissions on the name of the database, dot star, meaning all the tables, to this user through localhost. So if I'm on the same computer, I'm logged in as the user cars, I have access to all the tables inside Classic Models, and I can do all of this to all of those things. So you can pick and choose. You can get a lot more complicated in what you want to allow somebody to access. You can give them access to some views or some tables. But I'm just going to say anything inside Classic Models, go ahead, do what you want. Okay, so that is the user account created. Great. Now, PHPMyAdmin. Right now, it's just automatically logging me in. And the reason for that is when you install MAP and you get PHPMyAdmin, or whatever server package you're installing and you get PHPMyAdmin, there's a config file for PHPMyAdmin called config.inc.php. And this is the settings that get used. Now, if you're looking for this, if you're on Mac, like me, then inside the MAMP folder, you will find a folder inside of here called bin. Inside that is PHPMyAdmin, and inside PHPMyAdmin, I know this text is really, really small for you guys, there's a config.inc.php, so a config include file. So again, that's MAMP, bin, PHPMyAdmin, and then you'll find your config file there. So inside of this, if we scroll down a little ways, not too far, you'll find a section with some config arrays. And there's a user and a password here. Now I've got these set up as some default ones just for this demo. Don't ever do this. Don't use root or password or admin123 or anything like that for your actual password. This is just for demonstration purposes. So the user is root, the password is root, and this is what's being used automatically when I go to the PHPMyAdmin website. If I change this, and if I go cars and password, which is the ones that we just created, now if I jump back to the website, if I exit, there we go, it logs me back in. Now I am logged in currently as the cars user. You'll see I don't have the tab up here for user permissions, user accounts. I can't change that. I can't grant rights to anybody. I can't create new ones. All I've got is this information schema and the classic models. So I have access and I can do anything I want inside this database, but that's it. That's all I can do. I can't touch anything else. And it's the same username and password that I would use if I were logging into MySQL on the command line. But that's a video for tomorrow. So if you have any questions, please feel free to leave those in the comments down below. And as always, thanks for watching.